And we're back, folks, with our second semifinal series. This is going to be, well, the final semifinal series right now.
That's right. And for those of you just joining us, my name is Deckard, and this is my co-caster,
Red Rupee here.
And we are going to be rolling in with Frostalicious from Team Dark Mepe, University of California, Irvine, against H-Jax, University of Connecticut from Team Goliath Online. So this is going to prove to be a pretty intense match, I think, because H-Jax, I mentioned before, PrintF is a SC2 Grandmaster, and so is H-Jax. I didn't realize that.
Yeah, both these teammates coming in from a pretty strong StarCraft background, so
we're going to see a lot of excellent micro, I think.
Yeah, if I see any of these rigs standing still at all, I'm going to start questioning. I'm going to have to go look up that Grandmaster status and see what they're all about. Anyways, both these players really top-notch, and Frostalicious and Lotran have proven they're nothing to mess with either. I think they've only dropped a single match coming up in this tournament so far in that round of 16. Same thing with their opponents, Goliath Online. So, anyways,
looks like for this match is going to be Mind the Gap with Hivebuster and Boss Slayer. Total Vision, of course, as our 2-point objective. For Frostalicious, we've got Ion Cannon, Capacity Overload, and Healing Dome. A very strong Cortex build, followed by the classic Plutus we've been seeing all day, and Fury with Scatter Blaster, Sidewinder Frame, and Shock Prod. What do we got for H-Jax?
Yeah, H-Jax is running just that same kind of level 1 Plutus.
Except it's got the Cocoon Husk?
It's got the Summoner's Husk.
Instead of the Quantum Mire.
So maybe we won't be seeing this Plutus go level 2 at all. It looks like this Plutus is just designed to be a level 1 kind of guy. Both of these players actually doing what I think we've been seeing a lot in the meta on the ladder right now.
Vision secured.
Is this Plutus, or sorry, not this Plutus, this Fury and Cortex build. These Plutuses, I'd be surprised to see maybe get a single level. It's going to be all about getting these Cortex and Furies online. You can see with both the Ion Cannon, Capacity Overload, and Healing Dome, those are all late game abilities. They're all very powerful. It's like a lot of level 4 unlocks on at least Frostalicious's with the frame instability and satellite network. Slightly different for H-Jax as they're clearing out these level 1 hives, but either way, it's all about like lining up the stunning entry and the drone strikes and getting all that little summoner harass spam with the plasma drones and replicating rifles. So surprising that we see kind of the same thing from both of these guys.
Yeah, and it looks like Frostalicious has cleared out his hives very fast and is prepping for a boss push, I think. Meanwhile, H-Jax is just now cleaning out the final hive.
Yeah, H-Jax going for the early uploads. Boss Slayer is an objective, so that boss does have to be on his mind. He can't really let that slip, but getting the points in early, I guess before the boss, before you have to worry about this team fight with the increased damage on both sides. I think that's probably a good thing. Boss goes down for both sides now, both sitting at level 7.
Boss goes down for one side.
Or sorry, boss goes down for the one side here, both sitting at level 7, which means when H-Jax, if he chooses to get his boss nice and early here, will be in the lead.
He's got to be careful, though, because if he decides to go now without rehealing, oh, here comes that capacity overload.
Oh, man, he's going to fight against the boss buff? That's a dangerous proposition, considering he's already about half HP. Yeah, I think decides against it, sending the 2 rigs to heal up right now, and it looks like he's positioning Fury for that boss kill himself. So it might just be a 3-3 game here going into this, or no, maybe Fury's gonna do a little harassment, try to pull some rigs away from that uplink.
Yeah, I'd be a little concerned about going for the boss right now, just because I would expect Frostalicious to expect that, and then if Frostalicious is to come up from behind with that boss buff and and attack weakened rigs that are going after the boss, I think that would put H-Jax in a very horrible position.
Yeah, I think that might be why he's not going for the boss right now. You can see he was actually just prepping to maybe push for Total Vision instead of going for those bosses. But now we just see that level 2 hive coming online. Frostalicious going to keep the farm going. And H-Jax, I guess, just feels there isn't anything on the field right now.
He is going to go for that boss.
The hesitation might have ruined him, though, because as this tier 2 goes down, I can almost guarantee that Frostalicious is going to hop over and check. Let's see. Oh no, she's gonna let it go.
Crazy.
I'm surprised by that a lot.
Yeah, H-Jax is
look
quite
at this.
lucky.
This would have been an easy, at least 1 kill, probably 2. May have even denied the boss, but as it stands right now, a little hesitation there from H-Jax.
Yeah, almost even on the squad levels there. Just a couple more points for Frostalicious. XP points will send him into the 8 level range. 3-3 though, soon to be 4-3 with 11 minutes remaining. It's a little. They're just feeling each other out, I think, still.
Yeah, I'm not sure what to think of this. I guess Frostalicious felt that there wasn't the need for it. Maybe just assuming that since his boss went down so much earlier, he can kind of just worry about his side of the map for the time being. But H-Jax is going to catch right up here. Is slightly ahead of on experience, considering that he still has another level 2 hive to take out to keep up with Frostalicious. So far, no major team fights. Both players kind of playing a pretty chill game for the time being. We saw a little invade early on from that Plutus from H-Jax, but as it stands right now, not really pushing for it.
And that can be expected.
Let's see. Oh no, here we go. This could
wow,
be
look at that timing.
Oh man, if he waited just a little bit longer, but this still could work. Plutus in a bad spot. Now he's going down, and he's just going to evacuate.
Yeah, he knows that he can't even risk it. He's going to at least lose the boss.
But is he come
around?
He might come back. Cortex getting the big heals in, still choosing to engage despite having that boss on the back foot there. The boss is going to have time to heal back up. Both heals have gone down, and now the HP that you see is going to be what you get. These aren't going to be coming back online anytime soon. Both dancing around each other's summons and attacks. And with that vision tower down, it's a lot scarier for Frostalicious to move in on here. The timing has worked out such that the boss buff is down.
Yeah,
and it looks like H-Jax is just going to fall back and farm. I think not wanting to risk too dangerous of a play right now.
Yeah, and does Frostalicious not know? I think Frostalicious thinks the boss is happening. And look at that. That's a nice kind of small fake out. Kind of not necessarily wasting Frostalicious time, but having to go down there and using all 3 reeks to cap that tower means that he's definitely going to go after that boss after that tower's capped. And setting up those replicating rifles in place just in case H-Jax comes and jumps across the gap again.
No, I'm surprised that H-Jax didn't react as soon as that tower went down. As it is, it looks like he's moving into position, but it's just not going to be fast enough. That's going to be a second boss down on this side of the map, and now with the damage boost out here and all these turrets, that's not the way he wants to engage this. Capacity overload hits Plutus. Bullseye.
But now Drone Strike coming down.
I don't think that was the right choice. I think that might have been a waste of a Drone Strike.
Yeah,
He's not getting anything out of that.
Drone Strike.
Fury comes over by herself, leaving her exposed a little bit, but Plutus and Cortex aren't far behind. Might even snag that enemy Cortex, at least forces the healing dome up.
Well worth the move, though. That healing dome, I'd rather take burning a healing dome than losing a rig.
Yeah, definitely. And the cooldown on that isn't too terrible either. It's, it's only 35, about 40 seconds,
40
35?
seconds, yeah. So healed up and raring to go with 2 rigs, Cortex and Fury. That capacity overload comes down, and there's the drone strikes from Frostalicious, but both rigs are going to get out of there. Oh, but Positron Condenser going down on Fury to prevent any kind of steal on that Hive Buster. So now an extra point going towards Frostalicious' score with a little bit over half the game remaining. These alphas are going to go down to H-Jax, get those points. These alphas are going to go down to Frostalicious, get those experience points. And Frostalicious is got the upper hand right now, I think.
Yeah, they're just playing the extermination game right now, letting everything get wiped out here as they knock out these level 3 hives. Of course, the Hive Buster did go down over there. It's 3-point advantage for Frostalicious. H-Jax now moving in on this boss, at least trying to even out the current boss slayer
definitely
objective.
the right move, I think.
Because, I mean, the fight's going to happen down here.
Yeah.
Down on the south side, that bottom boss pit, that's where it's going to be. That's going to be a big, crucial 4 points for H-Jax.
And I think Frostalicious is just now well, obviously the banner tells him, but noticing that there was no pressure at the uplink during those uploads, he probably was realizing, oh, maybe boss is being pushed, and then the banner comes up. So 2-2 with the boss slaying count, 10-10 on the squad levels, but 8-3 on the score. So H-Jax is going to have to come in here and clean up.
Yeah, I think uploading a few cores here is the right choice. He needs to get a couple more points here. I mean, betting everything on an objective is never the right thing to do.
He forgot the boss buff. It's still sitting there.
Oh no! What? Oh, he's got Fury going back for it. He sees it. He must have heard us saying that because no, having that. Do you think that was intentional so that he has it for the coming team fight?
I think you might be right. I think that could be some extra meta going on here, knowing that he'll have it around for when that boss comes and spawns in the bottom left, and that boss is spawned in the bottom left.
Oh, he's concerned.
So-
he pulled all those rigs off.
He hasn't
He
gone
didn't
back
heal,
to heal
though. That's
though.
the problem.
But he does have Healing Dome. He should be using right now
So that it
so
can
that
be
it can
ready
be
sooner.
ready sooner.
Yep, I agree with that.
And he's using it. There
Okay.
it goes. There it goes. Oh, but he lost a little bit of a... Oh, no! And then the stunning entry coming down, but it doesn't do anything because of the logic rerouter, but then the drone strikes to follow, both Fury and Cortex going... I take that back. Fury has survived! The boss attack killed H-Jax. This is devastating.
Oh, that was an unfortunate turn of events right there. And now Frostalicious isn't even concerned. 2 rigs down, gonna leisurely stroll back up to the uplink.
He's gonna wait for, I think, Plutus to come back on the field before going after that boss.
Yeah, I think so. I don't think there's any reason to push it right now. Although, I think the 2 of these rigs could take it. I don't think Plutus is any threat even with that boss buff. But they're just gonna try to lock down some more uploads.
Yeah, that point blank capacity overload just narrowly missing Plutus's rear end. So Ion Cannon's online. I spoke earlier, spoke incorrectly. I was saying Positron Condenser. It was actually Ion Cannon.
Yeah, Ion Cannon comes on a little later, has a stronger stun in the late game.
And look at those cores. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 cores on the map. 1 more uploading, so 8 to go for Frostalicious. And finally, we've got Plutus and Fury back on the field for H-Jack. So here's the positioning. Plutus, Cortex, and Fury for Frostalicious are getting ready to go in, but look at this. H-Jax is going up to his own boss.
Oh man, if he engages first.
If he engages first, he could take this out.
Frostalicious is waiting for an attack that's not coming. This could be, oh no. Are those couple seconds going to matter? It's neck and neck, let's see. Neither side is focusing the boss. They're both hitting the, oh no, I think H-Jax is gonna steal it.
Wow, there's the 4 points for H-Jax and just
Frostalicious has to be kicking himself right now.
He must be screaming.
It's 10 to 11 right now. Both players coming into the front with those heals up. This Fury is a good deal more hit, and the damage is going to be high here. Let's see. Here comes the capacity overload.
Dodge! Wow, what a split. Now there's the micro we're talking about.
Yeah, it went right under that Plutus's rear. That big old, big old summoner
the
booty.
Drone booty. So yeah, they've got both of them got the boss buff, and look at them just positioning and posturing, trying to figure out the best thing to do. Iron Cannon going down on Fury to block that.
Not taking advantage of it though.
Yeah.
He's just buying time. I mean, let's see. Is the to engage on this? This is so funny to see. The thing is though, is that Frostalicious has the advantage right now. That 1 squad level, or I guess, oh no, it's now 2 squad levels, is huge because he has both the stunning entry and the drone strikes, whereas our opponent, H-Jax, only has the drone strikes online. 1 down for H-Jax already. Cortex is getting knocked out, but it's, oh no, is it going to be a team wipe? 11 to 10 right now with lots of cores on the map. 3 minutes remaining. This is a really hard time to lose a rig. Fury, I think, is going to be fine. There aren't any movement abilities on either of these loadouts right now.
Yeah, the problem with that though is vision towers.
Oh no, Total Vision hasn't been scored yet. You're completely on point with that, and I don't think there's anything Fury can do about this.
Fury has a chance to delay it, but with 26 seconds left before his 2 other rigs come online, H-Jax is in a bit of trouble here.
Oh, he pulled Cortex back. Let's see. Oh no, Cortex is moving back in. The capacity overloads there. It whiffs.
Wow.
And Total Vision goes down, taking it to a 6-point lead with 2 minutes remaining. That's quite a mountain to climb. And especially considering there aren't any cores on his side.
Yeah, all the cores are on the left side of the map. There has to be a team wipe and then a core poach. But with that squad level difference, team wiping Frostalicious is going to be very difficult because that stunning entry and the drone strikes. So there we go. H-Jax is just going to be farming up and getting the cores. And meanwhile, Frostalicious is just going to be looking cores. So 2 minutes remaining is not looking good for H-Jax.
Yeah, I mean, he had, like, you know, it's kind of like we saw in that first round that got mapped. There was a spark of hope there in the middle, but losing that team fight at the end was, I mean, that's...
Oh my goodness,
but
he had the vision. My mistake. I was like, how did he know about that? So the vision there gives plenty of warning, and that capacity overload did its job. So H-Jax is trying to come in here and see what kind of position he can get. There's no nukes for his setup though, and there's that stunning entry getting all 3 rigs. The drone strikes coming in, but now Fury stunning entry for Frostalicious coming in. Plutus is not going down. The Healing Dome saving the day. Now Healing Dome for Cortex on Frostalicious saving the day. And there's the capacity overload back and forth. These mirror builds giving us the same things back and forth. And now Plutus going down for both teams. Cortex for H-Jax is in trouble though and has to retreat. And there's the good game. Well played from H-Jax. This first match, 19-10, gonna go to Team Dark Mepe.
Yeah, from University of California, Irvine, showing that they've got some serious plays here on the map. I mean, that
Look at that
H-Jax and
boss
Printf
slayer.
are StarCraft guys. I think Irvine are either Dota guys or LoL. I'm not sure what their background is, but they've got a MOBA background, so they're definitely nothing to scoff at. So this, I mean, a lot of people argue, you know, is Dropzone an RTS or a MOBA? I guess this is kind of the face-off to decide it, right? We've got the RTS guys on one side, we got the MOBA guys on the other, and
Right.
so far the MOBA guys took this first match.
It's a
it was
bit of
close.
both.
It is a bit of both. We like to say it's a hybrid.
It's a hybrid.
It's a thing of its
It's its
own.
own strategy game.
That's right. And man, all we saw a couple Plutus kills, but I mean, like I was saying, this whole plan revolves around Fury and revolves around Cortex.
Yeah, the only reason Plutus is level 2 is because no more points could have been put into Cortex or Fury. So why not get that Plutus up?
Yeah, and that Quantum Mire did come into play here and there. It was nothing. I mean, the percentage damage is not something you can ever discount.
Yeah, I'm a little confused why Summoner Husk was used for H-Jax instead of Quantum Mire.
Yeah, like you're kind of it's weird. I guess you just want that tankiness as opposed to wanting to throw down some AoEs. I'm not sure what the total plan is there. But anyways, we're going to go into the second match here and see if University of Connecticut with Team Goliath Online can pull it out and take us to an H match or an ace match, not
Print F and an ace match.
Yeah.
No H's around.
Well, there's an H and H-Jax.
There is. I blew it.
It confused me.
I almost burned
There's
you.
too
and I blew
many.
it.
Yeah. All right.
It happens.
Anyways.
It's Sunday.
But I mean, for the record though, something else I wanted to point out in that last match is that it wasn't just that last team fight. There was a lot that Frostalicious was doing. He was staying ahead on the farm, and as I mentioned, those couple squad levels they matter in the end, especially in those couple team fights where we saw where even with H-Jax jumping over into the team of Frostalicious, which was already engaged with the boss. There's having both the stunning entry and the drone strikes online, like dodging out, jumping across, and then jumping across the gap after knowing the boss buff had expired. There are a lot of little things that Frostalicious was doing a little bit better.
Yeah.
And it just all added up over time to that late game state where there were tons of cores on his side of the map. Because even if H-Jax had won that team fight, he wouldn't have had nearly the cores on the map that Frostalicious had. So even if he had won the team fight, uploaded those couple cores, then gone to farm, he would have had cores online at the same time that Frostalicious would have respawned.
Yeah.
Just grabbed the ones that already existed, and then it just would have been a team fight
because
again.
H-Jax didn't even know about those cores sitting around. Though that's one number to pay attention to, is that when your opponent is squad levels up above you, you've got to know that those cores are sitting around if the score is even. So it looks like we've got our players. It's going to be Loketran versus Print F. Print F's going to have to win this one to bring us to an ace match. And Loketran's very good. They're both I mean, obviously all these players are excellent because they're in the semifinals. We got a little BRB from Loketran. All right, he's ready, and we're ready. I think we need to get this game started. Who do you think? Have you seen much of Loketran play?
I haven't seen much of Loketran, actually. I've definitely seen Printf. I've casted a few of his matches, and I think we casted him last week as well.
Yeah, he's very good.
I played against him myself, and he normally takes me out. So
definitely.
That's starting to bear less weight now, taking me out. I used to be a top 10 guy, but now that everyone's starting to get into true form, I'm starting to get knocked out of those leaderboards.
Yeah, what's admirable about Printf, I could never do, is he's able to analyze himself as he streams his own matches. So he'll win or lose matches and talk about his games in real time, not the replays. So I can't imagine what he's going to be like not talking about himself and his strategies on stream when he plays this match. So best of luck to both players. And And
Yeah.
if we want a third match, we've got to get Printf winning. So
Yep, we've got University of Connecticut hanging out on the red, University of California, Irvine hanging out on the blue. First Blood, Total Vision, Alpha Strike on the field, and we're heading to Juggernauts. So both players seem to be taking their time deciding what squad they want to run. I don't know if
maybe their
these
teammates
teammates are on some
chatting.
sort of voice chat,
Yeah.
and trying to mind game the other side, but let's
Wow,
see
and that
what
counter's
Printf's
going
bringing.
down
Yeah, we're
to-
going down. There we go. They picked at the last possible moment here, and let's see, double gunner summoner.
And check out Logtran. We got double Lapse Generator with Quantum Mire
Oh,
and No
wow.
Field with double Hive Link. And then we've got one of my favorites, the Ground Pounder, Crumple Panel, Landfall combination.
Oh wow, that's
This is
an
going to
uploading
be-
rig right there.
I cannot
Double
wait to
Lapse
see-
Generator. I haven't seen that since Seafood Gumbo was rocking it a couple months back.
So here we go. Match has begun.
Oh man, so interesting. So these guys are just going to be stealing alphas left and right with that Quantum Mire Hive Link Lapse Generator combo. Do you think he brought that specifically because he saw the Alpha Strike on the map?
It's possible. They might have reconsidered their theory. And look at that. 2 rigs plus 4 Kavash soldiers going up against a possible Fury. I think Fury is going to have to get out of there. Look at that. Fury is bringing Recon as backup.
Yeah. And you know what else this Lapse Generator build kind of deals with is that double shielded actuators, because there's so many auto attacks coming in.
Yeah, and wow, look at that. General Vex's Hive Link for Logtran just jumped across the map on the right side. Not sure if she snagged that alpha kill, but it was definitely enough to get Plutus of Printf to go back home.
Yeah, the core wasn't stolen. I didn't see who got that hive, but now all the hives done for Printf on his side of the map, but only sitting at level 5. So it's always interesting to me to see who's at level 5 and who's at level 6 when the tier 1 hives go down. So
Right.
Printf going for that quick level. We're seeing the same kind of cycle that we saw before, cycling between the summons of Plutus and then those shielded actuators. Actually came down here not full health with only a couple level 2 rigs, and managed to take that boss pretty handily. First point going on the board for Logtran.
Yeah, that technique of throwing down the plasma drone and the replicating rifle and then the shielded actuators is real nice, because getting the boss to spend even just those extra half seconds to switch targeting is enough to get 3 blasts in.
Sure.
So that's 3 blasts without taking damage from your rigs, and it's really a great strategy to get those bosses melted early match. Oh,
So
and look at
let's
that
see
ground
Fury.
pounder! Bam! Fury going down with first blood for Logtran.
Little victory dance from the summoners there as well. So I think just looking at the lineups here alone, I think that Logtran or Printf is going to have a hard time dealing with this. Looking at what he's got 0 AoE. All he's got is the Quantum Mire, which isn't going to outright its percentage damage, so it's great on single high target units, but these kind of lower health goons, these Kavash goons, if Logtran's on top of his Quantum Mire, his Lapse Generator and keeping these guys up, it's going to be really hard for the gunners to eliminate those guys. Hold on, folks. We'll be right back into this. We're going to jump back in at the 12:15 mark. We had a little crash there on the stream, so bear with us. And we'll be right back. So what we were seeing right there is just kind of the culmination of what I was talking about with those builds. Is that I think that maybe University of Connecticut had a plan in mind, and I think they've been using that kind of build, that double gunner summoner thing going on, and then maybe Irvine saw it and built something to deal with it. Because I don't think late game. We'll see.
Yeah, I mean, we also have to remember that with Lapse Generator and Hive Link is designed to go around and clear out.
That's true. But
hives.
once
the
the
hives
Lapse
are gone,
Generator,
Lapse Generators means nothing. So Printf might not know how to deal with it now, but maybe he's banking on that late game.
yeah. So it's gonna be tricky.
Yeah, we were at 12:15, I believe.
Vision capture.
So we're gonna synchronize with our cameraman here in just a moment, and as soon as we get to 12:15, next match.
Give thanks to the seven.
Oh, because it's all right. So once our cameraman gives us the cue, we'll do a quick countdown, and we'll get you guys back on here. So looking at this,
We
all right.
we
So
are
we're
we're
gonna
pause at
do
12:15. Maybe let's fast forward a little bit.
We see that getting.
For that, folks, we will get back to talking just in a moment.
We're just trying to make sure we're lined up here. Okay. On here in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and go. We're at 12, 15, 14, 13, 12, and we're on. All right, so just as we were rolling out, we saw the finish of that Plutus getting eliminated yet again by that General Vex and Warhead.
Warhead came in there with a landfall followed up by a ground pounder, and it was just a beautiful combination. And it looks like the pressure's on for this Vision Tower point, and Printf doesn't have anything to say about it, except now he's pulling off his 2 rigs, pulling them real fast to try and battle this out at the center right.
Oh, Vex getting eliminated, sticking out there a little too long. 2 gunners put out a lot of damage. You got to be careful with those summoners. They didn't have all of their Kavash goons online, so they couldn't really face that straight up 2-on-2 with 2 gunners, I don't think. Had they both had 4 Kavash goons online, I don't think those gunners would have stood a chance, but there wasn't quite the pressure that they needed in the forms of all that extra DPS to lock it down. So
yeah, and Recon getting a little crazy there. He's got to go back home.
Total Vision does get denied, at least for the time being. Might be a 4-2 game at the moment. But Lotran actually, you know, despite having both Hive Link and those lapse generators for the speedy farm, he's a level behind thanks to that ball skill.
Yeah, that is true. Or maybe that's part of his plan. Well, I mean, he needs his experience, but as we were saying before, we don't want, as a lapse generator user, we wouldn't want to
look at that positioning.
Wow. We wouldn't want to burn the hives down too quickly, so he might be leaving those hives up just to get the experience from the Kavash. But he needs to at least bring them to level 2 so you get more Kavash pumping out per level.
Yeah, I mean, he wants at least level 2. I mean, ideally level 3. Alpha Strike is still on the field, so
Very true.
He locked down that first. If he can get this second central hive, he can probably start trying to poach from the rest of the match here. Let's see, gunners are split all over the place. Pluto's jumped over here. Looks like we've got even more reinforcements coming in to try to stop this Fury. Will they snag it? They do not. Fury snags the core, gets the heck out of there. Plutus is going to poach on his side of the map as well. And both players splitting their attention pretty well. Doing a good job, you know, running around farming, running around trying to get those free uploads wherever they can. We saw Warhead got one earlier, deciding not to engage with that recon there instead, and now stealing that second alpha from the center of the map. So these 2 summoners doing a lot of work right now.
Yeah, and they're getting Loketran is catching up big time with the experience, only about 95 experience away from, or 115 experience away from catching up with Printf. So good on Loketran. Printf is going to have to continue farming hardcore to keep
Where's
the
the
lead.
Vex going?
Gonna go bring some support for Warhead.
I was concerned she was heading up to find those 2 gunners. But yeah, so despite having, I guess, what I would think would be kind of the speedier farm build, all the level 2s are down for Printf. His level 3s are going to be up a little quicker. So if it comes down to a race, Printf's going to be ahead. As it stands right now, Loketran's finally pulling ahead in experience a little bit here. There is still this level 2 hive on the southern side, and going to get one more wave of Kavash off of that as well.
Yep. Meanwhile, though, Printf has been laying a nice amount of replicating rifles for defense. Oh, Plutus is in trouble. Get out of there, Plutus. Lays down the plasma drone, and looks like, no, Plutus, get out of there. Okay, going home safe. Getting a naked entry. Fury and Recon keeping Warhead at bay. 5-6 on the scoreboard right now, and here comes Plutus for Loketran with all those Kavash. And Printf does not, like you mentioned earlier, have much AoE, if any at all. There's the Quantum Mire, but it doesn't do much against low HP units. So there's the Lightning, there's the Twin Coils from Fury, and that's about it. So it's going to be this dance back and forth, and that's the amazing part is Warhead for Lotran doesn't even need to be here for this dance.
No, I think it's funny because Lotran, I think, has the superior build considering the match.
Oh wow, the paradigm shift from Plutus came in.
But they were just standing on that Quantum Mire.
Oh no! The Plutus that was uploading got swapped out with the Plutus from Lotran with the paradigm shift, but Prince F's Plutus survived. So now those 2 rigs are down for Lotran, and that surely could possibly mean a Vision Tower.
No, Warhead's not going to be able to contend with this Recon. He's got the crumple panels, sure, but Recon can just keep kiting.
Yeah.
He's got those shielded active actuators.
Secure.
If I can get that word out of my mouth, but doing a good job stalling. It's just not going to happen.
Not
Total
gonna
Vision's
happen.
going to go down 8-5 right now, soon to be 9. And tier 3 hives coming up all over the place. This is a bad time to have your rigs down when Alpha strikes on the field, because when those tier 3 hives come up, you could be throwing away 4 points. All these objectives flying all over the place. And what I was starting to say is that despite Lotran having the what I think in the matchup, if you just look at nothing other than the rigs, Lotran having the superior build, is that I don't think he's quite playing it that well. I think he might not be that familiar with it. He was engaging without a lot of goons. Those summoners need those guys.
Yeah,
and he could have easily gone north and snagged a few more. It's got Legendary has a fairly low cooldown.
Yeah, and it looks like now that his summoners are on the field, they've hive linked to the bottom right of the map to get those alphas and goons, but
yeah, it's still going to be a race. Let's see.
And amazing. Just 2 minutes to go, it was 5-4, and look at that. It's now 5-12. Printf is that late game is really starting to shine, and his micro is definitely on point, saving that Plutus earlier. And here comes General Vex and Plutus for Lotran, bringing in a bunch of goons.
I think Printf's doing well, but I think he's going to lose that Alpha strike. Only one more Alpha needed.
Yeah,
and
he's
Plutus
not even
looks
concerned.
like he's got it under control.
Yeah, he's not even concerned. Printf is just going to go get that boss buff.
Yeah, he's still going to be 4 points up.
Yeah, 4 points up. First to dunk. And hives in his upper right and bottom right side of the map.
So 9-14 right now with all the objectives scored. So it's still 5 points up for Printf. Printf's even a level behind on the teams. And I was going to ask if Lotran was going to destroy those hives. The thing is that now both the center hives are gone. They're just done with for this match. So we're not going to, there's no easy source of Kavash for Lotran. He's going to have to be on top of his hive links, running around. I think he's intentionally keeping this hive up down here because he cleared the alphas. He's leaving the hive up. He still has some cores down there that he can continue to uplink. But
with 5 minutes remaining, it's going to be tight, I think, because he's got 2 cores here to upload. He's got a core in the upper left and a core in the bottom left. So that's only 4. That's only to tie the game currently.
And he has to be careful engaging here because it doesn't feel like it, but every time he loses a couple Kavash jumping in and out, it's going to be really difficult for him to engage after that. Warhead taking a huge pounding right there.
Wow, melted away with that landfall jump in. Was able to take out one of Printf's rigs.
But it's the 2 gunners left, and that's where all the damage is.
Yeah, these 2 gunners against 2 summoners, and now the summoners don't have any more goons. Wow, they're both going to go down.
No,
it's not looking good for Lotran at all.
The team wipe goes down. 4 points left. A team wipe. 4 minutes remaining, and a pile of cores on the uplink.
Yeah,
this is a rough spot for
I have a
Lotran
feeling we're going to go to an ace match.
It could be. I mean, it's still a little early to call, but this is pretty decisive, losing all 3 of those rigs right there. Printf really capitalized on the mistiming there. I really like the idea of using the landfall to come in behind and kind of stir up the ranks of your opponent, but his timing was just a little off. He needed his summoners to be moving forward as that tank landed. If those summoners had been blasting out and then Printf turned to attack the summoners, then had to turn to attack the tank,
yeah,
I think you want to catch your opponent off guard, and when the tank comes in early, we saw Printf just was like, all right, I'll shoot a tank, that's fine.
Yeah, just focus fire the tank, and then by the time the summoners came in, the tank was at 20% health.
Yeah. So a good attempt, but the timing was just not there.
Yeah, and just in case if you missed it, Printf took this opportunity to go down to the bottom left hive and kill some Kavash and grab a core, I think. I wish he had maybe at least killed that hive, but maybe he prefers leaving it as a level 2, because knowing that Lotran has to at least kill these level 2 hives before the 2-minute mark to get them to level 3. But
well, we're approaching game point here quickly. It's 10-20 right now,
true.
and there's 2 more cores in the hands of Printf. Once that hits 22, there's literally no coming back. So he has to stop this recon upload right now, or it's all over.
And there's the paradigm shift again, bringing Fury out of position, but Fury comes back
the stun!
with a stunning entry, and Fury will go down, but General Vex has lost his partner, Plutus, and Warhead had to go back home to heal, and now finally coming back on the map. That 20-second point is being uploaded. The landfall coming in to try and block it, but it's not going to be fast enough.
Yeah, 22-10, and throws in the towel. Lotran knows when he's beat, and University of Connecticut bringing it back around. It looks like we're going to be taking it to an H match here. Or sorry, I did it again.
You did it again.
I'm looking at the player names. I'm seeing H-Jax, and I keep saying Ace match.
They
end
the match.
Yeah, they just kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Anyways, 10-22. Printf. Man, I was saying Lotran had the superior build there, but you know what? I mean, the stunning entry is huge because it stops all of the Kavash DPS. It stuns them all in that, and when you have 2 gunners, that's probably just enough time to nuke down one of those summoners.
Yeah, and also Plasma Rifle, if I'm remembering correctly, has that AoE attack. No, that's Assault. I always do that.
Yeah, they're very similar, but yeah, even so.
I think the Twin Coils really helped in the battle against all those Kavash.
Yeah, the Twin Coil and Shock Pride, I think, was actually still managing to snipe. I think Lotran had the right idea with the build, just didn't quite execute it properly, and it led to just more and more advantage for Printf. Anyways, we're going to take a quick break here before we head into the H match for the second semifinal. So stick around. We'll be back in just
and while you wait
minutes.
for us, don't forget to go to iBuyPower iBuyPower.com. Check them out. They're our sponsors. They're the ones that are setting up all the payments and the grand prizes for this. So we'll be back in 2 minutes. Go check them out, and we'll be back between. We're not sure. It's either going to be Printf. It's going to be either Frostalicious or Lotran versus H-Jax or Printf. We'll find out soon. See you soon, folks. Do we need to mute when we're out?
Yeah, sorry. Because that was on.
Okay. Because otherwise they'll hear our voices on the threshold.
gonna take you on a ride till we find answers within. Location not here. In shadows we all disappear. Hold on, switch gears. We're gone as fast as we appeared. Gone as fast as we appeared. Searching within, we've justified our sin. We're gonna take you on a ride till we find answers within. Location not here. In shadows we all disappear. Hold on, switch gears. We're gone as fast as we appeared. Gone as fast as we appeared.
All right, folks, and we're back here to wrap up the semifinals of this CSL tournament here with Dropzone. This is going to be the last match. This is the ace match of the second semifinal. So whoever's winning this is going for the finals to win that top prize, that $2,500, and the others are going to have to battle it out for third if they want any prize money out of this.
That's right. And if you're just joining us, you just missed a very decisive battle between Printf and my mind. It was against Printf and Oaktran. Thank you very much. Printf came back and actually got a 22-point score, ending the game right then and there. So now this ace match is going to be between Printf and Frostalicious. Frostalicious was in the first match of these best of three against H-Jacks.
Yeah, both teams putting their winning player out here. Of course, this is, again, if you don't remember, the University of Connecticut with Team Goliath Online. Printf representing there on the red side, and then University of California Irvine with Dark Mep with Frostalicious on the blue. And it looks like the third match is going to be Juggernaut.
Yeah, we've got First Blood, Total Vision, and Boss Slayer. And it looks like they are bringing... Oh, look at that. Printf coming with a different build. I love it. So Frostalicious has got Ion Cannon, Capacity Overload, and Healing Dome on his Cortex. So we're definitely going to see level 5 on that Cortex. Meanwhile, a classic Plutus with the Replicating Rifle, Plasma Drone, Quantum Mire, and then that Fury with Scatter Blaster, Sidewinder Frame, and Shock Prod. But what do we got for Printf?
Printf is doing some potentially mean stuff here. I see, just right out of the gate looking at this, I see 2 rocket clusters and a gravity gun. So that's, maybe we're going to be seeing some teams get pulled into some pretty serious damage if he can time those barrages and that gravity gun right. He's also got... He's running thrusters, so he can jump all around the map with those gunners. And on top of that, he's got the underused Maser Flare, giving him some pretty serious line of sight advantage. So
yeah. So anywhere you see these blue sparkles on the map, that's where he's got vision of. So it's not his side of the map. He's got vision.
And that's so it's important for Alpha Strike, but for Boss Slayer, I think it's mega huge.
Oh,
like you can
definitely.
see if an opponent's coming in to try to harass your boss kill. You can see when they're trying to push for boss. It gives you a lot of information depending on where you put that flare and if you use it correctly and act on that information. It's pretty huge. But anyways, Frostalicious knocking that first uplink out, getting the first point on the board. First Blood. Probably not going to see that anytime soon at the moment, unless this Fury gets caught out of position. There's a Fury on the back line, but
he's got the vision.
I think he's going to be all right. Oh no, if he engages this Plutus, he's done. Oh no, he doesn't even know. He's got the flare. He should know it's coming in. This first Blood's probably going to Frost.
There's the thrusters.
Getting out of there. Is it going to be enough? It might just be.
Wow.
Those movement abilities are so important in these kinds of games, and we can see that Printf running both those thrusters.
Very
could
risky.
Very much.
But
Well,
he-
I guess we can see it already saved him at least 1 point.
Yeah, and he did get a bunch of experience from this hive, and at one point he launched his rocket cluster on the Kavash he was attacking, not the hive itself, leaving behind a level 1 hive for Frostalicious to spend even more time to take down. I think that was part of the strategy. So here we come with a possible boss push, but Cortex is going home? No,
With
Cortex
just the
was
two
just
rigs?
coming
Okay.
back. He was just micromanaging out that positioning.
Oh no, he knows what's up. He's gonna take that. He's gonna take it.
He's going to take total vision?
I think so.
I think you're right, but at the cost
He's
of a
moving on
boss kill, Fury and Cortex very low on health. Plutus
You can't learn that. Some drama.
is remaining. Oh no, Cortex is
He doesn't
he
realize
doesn't
that
realize
Plutus has one of us.
the one of us going down. So almost close call there with that Cortex almost going to that minion, that boss minion, and so now total vision was taken during that whole time.
Right.
So
And
2 to
Printf
5.
Printf has sight over here, so he's just making sure that his opponent isn't sneaking along the back lines here, dropping the flare to make sure no one can move in on him while he tries to attempt to take this boss kill and even up the rigs. But he's got to be careful. Fury's taking hits.
Yeah.
There we go. General Vex moves in to start tanking away. The boss goes down. Does he get? Yes, he does get the damage boost before Cortex gets in there to steal it away. And now it's 2 to 5 with an even up boss slayer objective. Printf's still slightly in the lead. A couple cores finally going down there from those tier 1 hives.
And if you look at this, Frostalicious has regained vision on his towers, but that means nothing because Printf still has those wonderful mazer flare sparkles over the map. He still can see everything that's going on, knows the position, knows the alphas are taken in that south center hive, so he can go to the top center hive and take care of the alphas there just for some extra experience. And there goes another mazer fly. He is all over the map with that vision. This is excellent play from Printf.
So let's see, 3 to 5 with these level 2 hives going down. It's I want to see the double rocket clusters into gravity gun.
Yeah.
And I want to see all 3 of those rigs of Frostalicious get caught under that. Not because I don't like Frostalicious, I just like seeing cool combos like that go
Same.
down. But let's see, we're gonna have that. How is this team going to deal with this Fury Cortex combo? There's not a whole lot of beef on the field between General Vex and these two. And even if those rockets do come down in hard fashion, Cortex has that healing dome. Even
Very
if
true.
they land, Printf's, I wouldn't say his damage is super front-loaded because he still does have the thermite and he's got a 2-gunner composition. So that's still a lot of auto attack damage one way or another. But it's interesting. We're gonna see what comes in here.
Very curious also to see how Printf utilizes Nullfield, because maybe Nullfield comes down first or during the rocket cluster attack and prevents Healing Dome from being launched to save the day.
Yeah, there's definitely going to be some crucial timing throughout these team fights. It's different abilities, completely different ways to engage, and I'm excited to see what happens. The score gap is staying at about 2-2 right now.
Yeah, and
5 to 7.
in squad level, Frostalicious is just half a level behind, soon to catch up there. It's time to upload some more. He's going to take these replicating rifles out. You know, the players are just kind of chilling out. The Mazer Flare goes down, he gets vision again, doesn't see anybody around, knows that it's safe to upload. But now here comes Frostalicious with 3 cores, but Printf will see all of this. So General Vex is poking out, going to capture this vision tower, or I mean attempt to,
Ooh.
but capacity overload
That was a
coming
long-range
down.
shot. She's stuck there for a long time. I don't think she's... The blink goes down, but is it going to be enough? 2 more shots from Cortex might be,
Yeah,
first
turning
blood.
around for that gravity gun was a mistake or a possible misclick, because that gravity gun should have brought in Cortex into that spot, into that center point to pull away for an auto attack. And fortunately, Printf's going to be down a rig now.
Yeah, it's not too bad because he is ahead in experience, so that just kind of allows Frostalicious to catch back up. It does even the score out as well. Both players still with just a single boss out, and it looks like he's gonna try to do it with just 2 rigs. I think he might be able to. Fury might be able to tank this, and with the double rocket clusters, they're gonna eliminate at least one of those. Gonna be too much of a
Definitely.
problem. The boss goes down.
He's not even used. Oh, he did use the other rocket cluster. My mistake. And
Yeah, he fired both volleys right
Yeah.
into that boss.
So right there, Boss Slayer goes. A boss kill happens. Only 1 more boss kill to go for Printf to get 4 more points. But meanwhile, Frostalicious has been taking this opportunity to upload more cores. General Vex for Printf coming in. Gonna possibly put some pressure, not really. Looks like Frostalicious is second guessing himself. Oh wow, and General Vex pulled off the uplink in just the right time to dodge that capacity overload ball.
Oh man, all the cooldowns are ready. This could be it. The stunning entry's ready as well. If these guys get pulled in, stunned, and then double rocketed, this you can see Printf's just trying to find the right way to move in here.
Yeah, I think doing it at in a non-surprise way is. I think it's going to be something like rockets from afar with just General Vex coming in. Oh no, Fury's getting hit. Now drone strikes to follow up, and followed up by the ion cannon. Fury definitely going down. Frostalicious now has another opportunity to pull ahead because it's 3-2 with the rig versus rig count.
It looks like I think instead of pulling ahead, he's going to try to even the score and maybe steal this boss.
Yeah.
There are 2 rigs on the field,
And
and he
laser
doesn't need
flares
to.
there.
Yeah, and he does see that blue, so he knows that he's spotted.
So he could be feigning it, or maybe he's just going to go for it. Printf could just be laying and wait for the final hit.
I think so. He's got the rockets. It's really easy to try to steal a boss with those rockets, so long as he times it correctly. He's got to probably fire right about now.
No, right now would be it. What's he waiting for?
Recon's not going
What's he
for
doing?
it. Oh, that was so late.
Oh my goodness.
I don't know. Printf, I feel like must have been flustered right there. That
Yeah.
timing was way off.
So now it's 2-2 on the Boss Slayer scale.
Yeah, I mean
This is anyone's game for sure. Frostalicious is just a half a level ahead in squad level. 6.5 minutes left.
Yeah,
10.
It's unfortunate because Printf both didn't get a squad kill or a boss kill there. I think maybe his time would have just been better spent taking out that level 3 hive instead of trying to contest and fail.
Yeah, but now here's the thing. That northern boss is back. Printf has all the opportunity now to go for it, and
It's
the
kind
more
of a
he
weird flare.
delays,
show anything.
the less of a chance he has of getting this.
I
points.
think he's got enough
Oh
burst.
wow!
Yeah, I mean
Gosh, that was fast.
those 2 rocket clusters take out a boss so quickly. Boss Slayer goes down, but it might not matter that much. I mean, take a look at what's going on in center. We've got 3 cores here. Printf isn't moving into contests. It's 11-14, but it's about to even up.
Yeah, he's going to use that boss buff to melt down these hives to get more experience and cores and get some more ultimates on the map.
Yeah, I think that is important considering that Frostalicious does have both the special moves available. Both Fury and Cortex have those unlocked, and as we already saw, if one rig gets caught out of position between the capacity overload and the ion cannon, if you get caught in that death field, that's just about it for you.
Yeah, so 13-14. Frostalicious looks like he had some cores back at home. I must have missed that.
Look at all these replicating rifles in the center. That might be worth a rocket barrage on its own.
Yeah, or a null field. Here come the attacks. Those replicating rifles going down very easily, but it's now 14-14 with 5 minutes remaining. I think, to a team battle, but I think Frostalicious needs to get those cores out of here because if he goes down, oh no, drone
Again,
strike.
the timing was off with the rockets. He should have fired those pretty much at the same time.
Yeah. So there we go, fully healed from the healing dome, and now every opportunity for Frostalicious to upload because Printf has burned everything down. All he's got is a gravity gun. He maybe could have used a gravity gun off that uplink.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like maybe Printf just hasn't used rockets a lot, but his rocket timing has not been very on point.
And another missed opportunity to use that gravity gun.
I'm not sure if he's trying to maybe save that for the next volley of rockets. Here comes the capacity.
Oh,
it hits. He's got to engage now. Fury's probably dead. He loses the rockets, but he gets the barrage down. One rig already goes down though. Cortex, like I said, still has that healing bubble. Even with those rockets hitting, it doesn't matter.
Wow! And all the blink was burned, and the thrusters were burned, and all Cortex had to do was use that healing dome.
I mean, he healed up his opponents a bit, but he's got the core advantage. Oh no, Fury, why are you staying out there so long?
Get out of there! Fury does make it home safe in time. Recon stutter stepping back home. General Vex laying down the null field to prevent any extra cast, the blink away, so they will pull ahead. Oh, capacity overload, just dodged in time. And Printf is in trouble now because 3 against 2 on the rigs. Plasma drone and replicating rifles out to delay the attack, and now 17 to 14 is going to happen. General Vex didn't come in time again with that gravity gun to pull off the uplink.
So let's see. I mean, it's...
Wow, that capacity overload cooldown is just something else.
Yeah, he's been firing it out constantly. Printf has finally started dodging it, but those first 2 that hit from long range, that's a lot of damage in a long route.
And Frostalicious is playing real well because he's delaying it. He's delaying the time. Oh, wow. He's delaying the time because he knows he only sees 2 cores on Printf, and Frostalicious is 3 cores up. So the more he can delay things at the uplink, the more of a chance that he has of winning because Printf will have to take time to go get a core somewhere else. Frostalicious might not know about that core sitting in the upper right corner of the map, but even if he doesn't know about that, he's going to assume a hive kill needs to take place to get that core. And there's a stunning entry from Frostalicious.
Oh my gosh, that damage.
Yeah, General Vex getting to go home safe in time, but Recon was fallen due to that attack. And now it's going to be 18 to 14. 2 minutes remaining. It's not looking good for Printf because he needs to kill a hive to get at least 4 cores on the map to tie up the game, not win the game.
Yeah, it's tricky. Just by the looks of things, with only 90 seconds remaining, it looks like UC Irvine's going to be moving on to the finals, and Goliath Online from University of Connecticut might be fighting for that 3rd place.
Gosh, and look at that healing dome.
There's just not
Their
the time.
presence at the uplink is just perfect. The capacity overloads, the healings, the replicating rifles, and the plasma drones.
Yeah, just the way he's been stalling has been really excellent. He's just firing stuff out. He's constantly keeping Printf on his toes. Printf hasn't been able to have a clean engagement yet, and now with a minute left, there's just no time to get another 2 cores on the field and then get them uploaded. I think at this point it's safe to say UC Irvine is moving forward.
Yeah.
Valiant effort from Printf. He did really well, but I just don't think he got his combos down quite right. His rocket timings were off a few different moments.
Yeah,
we never saw Nullfield really used in the way that it needs to be in this matchup, which is to prevent Cortex's healing bubble.
Yeah, definitely agree. And yeah, the timing, the timing of the rocket cluster, even there at the end of the match, wasn't even there. The rockets hit before the gravity gun went down. And there's the stunning entry.
Yep, just using it to escape because he's not even concerned. There's 30 seconds. There's literally not the time. Even if there were more cores here for some reason, there's just not quite the time to lock things down. Recon looking for cores in vain, unfortunately, but 2 points behind is as close as Printf is going to get to victory in this match. Unfortunately, the stun even goes down, and they're going to try to deny that last upload. Well played from Printf, and he throws in the towel. Victory for UC Irvine. Team Dark Mep is going to the finals. University of Connecticut, good try. You still got a chance at some money with 3rd place.
That's right.
And of course, that'll be coming up next. Let's take a look at the scoreboard and the timeline here. I mean, the boss kills, Printf was on top of that. As much as he threw away that potential quick boss kill at the south of the map. And think about it, man, if that boss kill, if he didn't contest that and killed that level 3 hive on the southeast, he would have had 3 more cores to play with. Not that Frostalicious wasn't winning the team fights there, but maybe Printf would have felt less pressured, maybe would have had a little more composure in those last couple engagements. I mean, all those little things matter so much when it comes to those last couple minutes in this game.
Definitely. So that'll be it for the semifinal round. Coming up is going to be, I'm going to be taking a small break. We're going to be bringing in Forecourt Jester to cast alongside
Yeah,
Red
we've
Rupee.
got a ringer here.
And of course, this has been sponsored by iBuyPower. Go ahead, if you guys have the game, get into the shop, click on redeem code and type in iBuyPower. It'll get you a avatar profile of iBuyPower as well as a Vision Tower skin.
Yeah, I mean, sponsored by iBuyPower and of course organized by CSL. CSL has been doing a great job with this initiative. This has been our first major collegiate event.
That's right.
Since the early access on Steam,
right.
and it's been a heck of a match. We've been seeing great games like this for the last month or so, and just mega props to everyone that's been helping that out. We'll be back here in just a few moments So stick around. We've got the match of 3 coming up next with myself and 4-Core Jester. We'll be right back.
Fighting all the time. You say I'm out of line, but this life is only mine. Enough is enough. Enough is enough. Understanding that I have to go.